Good morning from down under, everyone. My name is Ramos Splits, and we're going to continue our Let's Play of Warhammer 40,000 Dark Heresy Beta, our second run, and
Watchful.
overall part 15 in the series, I believe, if my numbers are correct. We're getting kind of towards the end of some of the stuff here, so we will continue on. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying so far, otherwise we are going to begin. Our objective is just to go over and quickly repair the generator, and then go have a chat with the Baron and see if we can then loot everything. And then once we do that, we're gonna break his nose and kill him. And then yeah, go from there. Also, I do believe that we hit this. So
Gone scrounging.
Ready.
He kept saying he knew a place. Maybe someone killed him out of jealousy.
He didn't mean to.
now I guess the good part is if we do bench Torma, who's clearly not working as intended, and because we already have Shorter in the group as an officer, that probably means yeah, Himir or one of our Xenos companions we can take. And honestly, I'd probably take either Hemir or Ragati, if I'm going to be honest. Rothia also is a good choice, but you know, I don't think we need so many psychers. But then again, another access to telekinesis is probably better. I'll have to see. But I do want to keep Torma around for the investigation as well as the only issue. So maybe I just use Torma as a complete officer.
Having nightmares again?
But it is sad to know that his shadow side stuff 100% is balked. I only thought the negative side or the inverse morale was not working as intended, but for him not to get his extra attack, that is disappointing.
Ever watchful.
It is requested the generator is working again.
And again that radiant visage of an upper-iver. To what do I owe the pleasure? What's this I'm hearing? An upper-iver's lifted a finger to help out Mary Sportum. Somebody pinched me. Fair enough, fair enough. You just caught me by surprise. Well, if you're serious, then thank you, Upper-Iver. You've given some desperate folk the chance to hang on just a little longer. I appreciate the effort. If you want, take a look at what we have in the warehouse. Good work deserves payment.
There you go, so now we can get in the warehouse.
As for our previous chat about the excavation, let's just say I wasn't totally forthcoming, and the situation is not what it looks like.
Exactly which of the nobles and the spires are you borrowing Gruesome for?
Since you put yourself out on behalf of us mere mortals, I'll tell you. But don't make me regret it. All of Mary Sportum depends on being in House Altair's good books. I supply them with top-class Gurgesum, and those noble masters don't let the Magistratum consign the Habzone to the rubbish heap just yet. Do you have any idea what will happen to Marisportum if any link in this wildly unstable chain of divers, my recipe for Gurgesum, House Altea, breaks? At best, we'll all be servitorized. The alternatives aren't half as rosy.
Do you know the whereabouts of the workers at the excavation site?
No. No one knows. You hear their drill wherever you go in Marisportum, but one day there was just nothing. I sent people out to find out what happened. They just disappeared. Dumped all their valuable gear, tools, weapons. Just when we started looking around, the freaks from the swamps arrived. It was like they'd been sent there on purpose. We didn't have a chance to even say a word to them before they were on us. I've got to say, my lot gave those bastards a good hiding.
The Thessaline missing from the excavation site, do you have it?
Of course I have it. I couldn't leave it just sitting there for anyone to grab. What if the things from the swamp had got to it first? Or worse, the flock, or those scumbags from the ferals? No, better lock it up safe and sound. You want it? Take it. I've got no use for Thessaline.
Did you again loot the excavation site?
Us? Looting? Never by the throne. I was saving our irons. Can't you see, Upper Ivor? First, someone from the Spires has a small army of assistants vanish without a trace in Marisportum, and then they find footprints from those damned bog beasts everywhere. The owners of the excavation site wouldn't care who's at fault. They'd just burn us all. That's why I took precautions. I made it look like Ursimus's followers did it. Hid the traces of the beak-faced bastards, had my people paying flock symbols all over the dig site. And I also drowned a few traitors in the sea, disguising them as workers. 2 Groxes with 1 shot. I reckon that no matter who came to investigate, they'd probably check out the site before just burning all of us indiscriminately. And that they'd spot at least one of the false trails I'd left. You'd have guessed they'd send somebody with actual brains. I knew we'd get the blame for it, so I took steps to protect us. I caused some chaos. But the truth is that me and mine didn't touch any workers from the excavation. I value my life. If you ask me, it's all the flock's doing. Wouldn't surprise me if they really had confused the minds of those poor sods, and then...
You've already lied to me once, why should I believe a word you say?
You don't believe me? Well, then maybe you'll believe one of the flock. Runaways go in both directions. There is one lad. Couldn't stomach the beatings and the bans the flock love so much. He came to me, and in exchange for my help, he told me a whole lot of interesting things. Like exactly how to frame Ursimus, and how to get around the security traps at the excavation site. Funny kid, eh? Knows things that only someone who set up the excavation could have known. He hides out in one of the huts on the cliffs. Comes out every few days, meets my people near the Hawker's place. Takes supplies and Gurgesum. If you hurry, you might catch him there today.
People are disappearing in town, are you responsible?
No. The only people I disappear are my own. If they overstep, if they steal Gurgesum, if they get too cozy with the flock. I've got names and witnesses for all the people I've disappeared. And some of these disappearances happen very publicly as a warning to the rest. See those ones up there hanging from the ceiling? But the disappearances among the ordinary folk, I've had no hand in those.
Tell me about the so-called bug beasts.
They're Xenos. The kind you can put up with if they stay out of the way and out of sight. They came through the tunnels from another hab zone after the first sea quake. And they thought they could do as they liked. Started eating whoever they came across. But they liked the divers the best. My carvers had to put them in their place. They drove the scum further out into the marshes. My people don't go near them these days, on my orders. There's nothing out there anyway, except for those Xenos and the Ferals.
Are you telling me the Xenos just accepted their defeat and didn't attack any more locals?
The freaks didn't have much choice. My people nearly wiped them out. But while we were busy with them, the Ferals went crazy and started walking round Marisportum like they owned the place. We had to choose between killing the swamp creatures or losing the town. I picked the third option. Their leader came crawling to me to offer a pact, a truce, and I agreed. I gave them permission to live in the swamps and eat the Ferals. I've got to say they've done well. There's hardly any Ferals left. And in return, they promised to stay out of my town. They broke their word. The bastards violated the truce when they attacked my people at the excavation site. Do you believe in coincidences, Upper Hiver? I don't. A lot of good fighters have gone missing lately. I'm sure those creatures are hunting them down on purpose. No matter. I'll make them pay for it.
I'll do for now. Alright. We're gonna do this in a second, but we're gonna get our rewards first. And then track down the other person.
By his providence.
Alright, so that's those items there. What's this? Grenade cloak. Whenever the wearer uses a grenade, they gain 2 morale and a stackable plus 12 damage reduction bonus for 1 round. Alright, that cloak was useless. So what else? Put that back on. Sure. Hmm. Sure, I guess. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the warehouse now, outside. And grab all the other items we were missing.
Guides me.
And then we'll go find the runaway, talk to him, then go back and murder the Baron. Alright, we've got permission to go in.
Go in. The Baron said it was allowed.
Good. Now, get out of my way. Alright. That's a knife that has a doom on it. But I'll take dreaded, it's fine. Alright.
Things are getting grim. Maybe it really is time to think about our souls like Ursimus says. I am the harbinger of his light.
Alright. Track the subject by following physical traces. Take a shortcut through the sealed processing bay with industrial vats. Choose a bypass route. Leap onto his back and immobilize him. Verifies the absence of surveillance and proceeds to interrogate the subject.
You found me. I have nowhere else to run. Do what you must.
I didn't come to kill you, I have a few questions.
I don't think I have a choice.
What happened to your face?
I have no face, Master. And I like it that way. No one looks for me. No one recognizes me. No one gives a second thought to another wretched freak.
The pattern of scar tissue layered across the skin indicates prolonged exposure to an acidic environment. Tell me, my good man, how many times did you douse your own face with acid to produce such an effect?
4 times. To be certain, no one would ever recognize me.
The Baron said you knew something about the flock of Repentance and that you may be linked to the disappearance of workers from the excavation.
The missing workers and the flock. So you really weren't going to kill me? Though nothing's stopping you from killing me after the interrogation. That's how the Inquisition works.
You speak of the Inquisition as though our methods are known to you.
I've heard stories.
What do you know about Professor Erasmus?
Confessor Ursimus, he is a preacher, a monster. Words fall short of him. He will listen to your sorrows, grant you hope, and then drive a blade into your back and twist it a few times. It's dangerous to listen to him, but he's impossible to ignore. He thinks himself the equal of a saint, but he would never admit it. But you don't want to hear those truths, do you? You would dismiss them as a madman's tale. The truth is this. Confessor Ursimus was not the same after his return from the Silencer Sectoris. Do you know this place? It's not far from here. There was a massacre, and they burnt it down because of it. Ursimus's scars? He brought them back from there.
What is the flock of repentants?
The local people, many of us, of them, still wavered after the first flood. But when the water came a second time, the survivors rushed to the flock in the midst of the abyss. You long to believe in something. The flock is devoted to Confessor Ursimus. The followers do as he commands. Most often, it is self-mortification or the torment of another. That is how they repent. The flock believes every woe of Maris Portum is his punishment. They do not promise salvation, but they preach submission. Or so I once thought. Now I see fanatics, intoxicated by their own righteousness. Those who serve faithfully are granted ascension by Confessor Ursimus. Those who fear pain, or not inflicted on others, he sends to his sanctuary for re-education.
The Sanctuary, what is it?
I don't know. Like the others, I thought it was merely a name for the tunnels where the flock dwells. Yet those led away for ascension or re-education were never seen again. The sanctuary lies deeper, not within the tunnels.
You spoke of betrayal. Did Erasmus betray you? Is that why you ran away from the flock?
Confessor Ursimus must have sensed my faith was weak. He promised me ascension, deliverance for the chosen, but he had something else in mind. I overheard him speaking with another follower, instructing him to ready the sanctuary for a ritual of penance. He was going to torment me before his flock until I died from the pain. Until I was cleansed. That's what he said. That bastard!
What compelled you to join the flock?
Confessor Ursimus performs miracles for his flock. One was healed of a wasting sickness, another of his nightmares. I began to attend the sermons. I wanted to see with my own eyes that the God Emperor had not abandoned us. And I beheld, in the cave, high above Maris Portum, a multitude of mutilated bodies. I'd never seen such a thing. This is his judgment. The Punisher sent by him will comfort those who have not washed away their transgressions in their own blood. I followed the Confessor so I would not share their fate. I and many others. Confessor Ursimus discovered this place on his return from the Silencer Sectoris. The Cradle of the Punishers was the name he gave the cavern. He and his followers sought signs that the Punisher would come. That Maris Portum was to be next.
So do you think Professor Erasmus and his flock are responsible for the disappearances of the workers from the excavation?
I fled the flock before the noise of that machine on the outskirts stopped rumbling through the whole hab zone. So I can't be sure. But if the Confessor could have hidden an entire camp of workers anywhere, it would have only been in his Sanctuary of Ascensions.
I've heard everything I need.
Wait. On the day I fled the flock, I slipped into the Confessor's chamber and took this. His relic. It was very important to him. Ursimus kept saying that this was the key to the tomb of Sibelius the Infallible. Take it, but spare my life in return. My life is worth less than this shriveled finger. I have never set foot in Ursimus's sanctuary or in the tomb of Saint Sibelius. Yet it seems to me that they may well be the same place. None in Maris Portum, but the Confessor could hold such a secret and bend it to his purpose. Of course, the locals mutter that there is another way into the tomb, one that has never been found, then I'm inclined to believe them.
I've been to the cave Estimus showed you.
You look calm, but I'm not surprised. People like you are unmoved by carnage.
Their bodies bore wounds from strange weapons. Do you believe they were left by these so-called Punishers?
Who else could have done such a thing? You saw it. No ordinary man could have... This is not something an ordinary man could have done.
There are bodies in the cave. Who were the people?
Followers of the flock. Those who believed in the Punishers. After Confessor Ursimus' sermons, they began seeking proof that the Punishers had come to Marisportum.
I found the lair of a killer in the cave, the one who created installations out of bodies. What do you know of this?
Confessor Ursimus warned that there would be signs. A killer in the cradle of the Punishers. That is no mere coincidence. People feel what is coming. It changes them.
I have a feeling you're withholding something. Tell me about yourself. That is an order.
I have no name and no face. I am no one. I have nothing to hide.
Alright, awareness check.
An accident with acid. Clumsy of me.
Why did you run? Do you have reason to hide from the... do you have reasons to hide from the Inquisition? What are you caught up in?
I recognize the symbol. If the Inquisition takes an interest in you, you run. Even if you are guilty of nothing.
Have you always lived in Marisportum? You speak remarkably clearly compared to the locals.
No. I am not from here.
Why did the Baron spare your life?
I think I amused him. My face, the way I fled. I had nothing to offer in return, yet he agreed to help.
You're one of Miss Millie's workers who fled, aren't you?
Oh, please. Please, don't tell her. She'll kill me. No. Worse than that. Please. Will you spare my life?
Alright. Since we've hit rank 2, we don't need to worry about not accumulating the other good points, so... You may still be of use to me. I will spare you this time.
I do not wish to seem unduly troublesome. Yet, according to all applicable directives and protocols, we must eliminate such a witness before any potential leak occurs.
Thank you. If you need anything else, look for me in the upper town. I usually hide deep within the cliff shelters to stay out of the flock's sight. By the old heating pipe, I will not flee.
Alright. Alright, now we are going to make one very small trip.
You look like you're about to drop.
To
You look like
the
you're
camp.
about to drop.
And then we're going to visit the vendor, and then we're going to go back to the Baron and break his head in.
Getting grim. Maybe it really is time to think about our souls. Like us.
Something. Anything.
Alright, Deaconess, tell us about this relic.
Truly allowed to behold an agent of the... I am Deaconess Invida, a servant of the Adeptus Ministorum. By the will of the God Emperor, Cardinal Ignato himself has permitted me to bestow blessings of the Scintillan mission upon the worthy.
The man who gave it to me insisted that it was some sort of relic.
Long ago, I had the fortune of reading about his servants who marked their flesh with such holy symbols. In doing so, they grew closer to the God Emperor and transformed their very flesh into the keys to reliquaries and other sacred vaults. What those keys truly were, the book did not explain. Yet here, in Merisportum, there is but one sufficiently ancient shrine associated with such an old tradition. The tomb of Saint Sibelius. May the God
Alright, thank you. Alright, Mole.
Seen you before.
Tell me about what happened on your way here.
I was walking from Barons, and then they started shooting at me. It tickled. Had to hit 'em hard. I got to the big water. There were little peoples. They strayed and threw rocks. I tried to hit 'em, but they all ran off. So I went back. That's where these found me. I wanted to hit 'em hard, but they had women in white armor. Maul's not stupid. I said I'm looking for one. And now, I'm here.
How do you like your new life?
Yeah, food's alright. Baron said call her sister. And they says Maul's stupid.
What do you call Sister Septima Baron?
Who's charge? They're Baron.
Alright. Let's see if System Septima has anything to say about Mole. I see the Ogre and Mole reached you.
When we have finished our affairs in this cesspit, I will, if necessary, hand that creature over to the appropriate authorities.
I found this item in Merisportum. It resembles a relic of some sort. Do you know what it is?
My calling and service are to fight the enemies of the God Emperor, Acolyte. I revere relics, though I do not know them all by heart. Consult the Deaconess sent to the camp and trouble me no further with this matter.
Okay.
Oh.
Thank you.
Ever watch
But we've already done that, so spoiler. Alright. Soul junk. Don't need that. I'll keep the Doom Knife. Don't really need that or that. Don't need these. Shouldn't need that. Should be fine without that. Keep that. Keep the Xenos swords for now. One of this weapon reduces an enemy attack to 0, then the wielder's next attack against that target deals double damage to wound. Okay, yeah, we're taking that. Quick start, charge ability, yes. Yes. Alright, we don't have enough money. That's situational. What we do not need. We don't need this silly cloak, so we don't need that one either. Oof. First time I've been so broke. That's what you get when they fix the bug at the beginning of the game, I suppose. Haha. Here. Alright. Yeah, put this on. Put that on. And please put these on. Okay.
No hesitation.
I see an alert in Discord, so just give me 1 second and I'll quickly sort it out. So, one small pause. Alright, sorry about that. Let's go end a Baron, shall we? I think that's pretty cool. We got rep maxed out for 2 factions in the beta, which I think is an improvement. Considering the extra rep I've also gotten from the mission. I say we could have very closely had Fusiliers potentially maxed out too. Bit interesting. But yeah, so we're just gonna kill everyone with superior firepower this time around. So yeah. Last time I was mostly just sniping people and running around with Althea and stabbing them, but this time
Greybeard patrolled for 10 turns straight, and he was
this time will be different. Where will we be at? Fight 5 probably. Yeah, fight 5. No. I've overlooked a fight, haven't I? Because that's fight 3 there. So I forgot to do it, but we got a save around there. Iron Tree, so it doesn't matter, and we can always just run to Iron Tree right away. So, Baron fight. We'll just call it Baron fight. I think naming fights was probably not the best idea. I should have just named the encounter. Oh well. Alright, Baron. Let's have a shot.
And again, that radiant visage of an upper-iver. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Now that you've revealed everything, I can finally purge the Imperium of scum like you. In the name of the Inquisition, I hereby sentence you to death.
What, you don't choke on your own bile, you spire whore?
Got called a spire whore. How offensive. Alright. I'm honestly fine with this deployment, so let's just go straight into it. Alright. Now is this gonna be doing its thing where it is, so oh, tab. Okay, whole time it might have just been the tab key doing its stupid stuff, so
damnation.
Alright. So I can charge, swing, and shotgun now. Not that, sorry, I wanted this. Alright, your weapon was supposed to do something once you broke armor. Whenever this weapon reduces the wielder's next attack against that target, deals double damage to wounds. Yeah, okay, so... whatever. Alright, I'm still in melee, so... Where am I? There I am.
I spurn that command.
No, you know what? We're just gonna put our powers up. Toll shoot.
Torn asunder.
Oops.
I offer you aid in his service. I will repay this debt.
Why is your AP refreshing all of a sudden? That shouldn't be happening, I don't think. So... whatever.
His will guides our retribution.
Well, I have a lot of AP this turn, so... I shot.
With fervor.
Then... Alrighty, alright, stop that turret. Run over this way, I guess.
Listen!
May as well do that. Come on, folks. Come at me. I have anticipation, and I'm not afraid to use it. Alright, kill that one. No, you don't get to run.
Another
Did. Alright. I'll do something about him soon. Alright, so break the concentration on that. Burn him. My shotgun damage anyway. 18 to... Was it 18 to... 18 to... 22. Alright, so what is that then? There's a damage, does double damage, so... 18 to 26. 18 to 26 plus the extra. Okay. So 18 27 essentially. Cool.
God Emperor, spare me this pain.
Okay. Stabby in the head.
For the Holy Orders!
And the neck. Which didn't kill. Interesting.
Bye. Your doom approaches, heretics.
Yeah, I don't think I'm really getting a chance to do Epion's ability thing in this fight. I mean, if you just want to casually stab this person as well in the head, works too. If not, that's fine. But I'm still going to go for the head either way.
Made flesh. My faith will suffice.
I'll have to get Epione down there, I think, to render some aid.
Ready to do his bidding.
Alrighty. First things first, we come over here. Now if I shoot this, stops that. Good. Headshot, please.
Without hesitation.
One to the neck.
The Inquisition condemns you.
Just keep getting that morale train going. Alright, there's 3 people over there for Epinoni, I suppose. So I should probably get her to start heading over that way. Meanwhile...
Cede no ground to the faithless. With fervor. By his will.
Over there. Dash. Then needle yourself. Alright. There we go. Probably go over this way.
My prayers will be my armor. A
Oh.
test of my devotion.
Oh, we've got some healing to do for our character, I suppose. Dude, do you want to do your turn? Alright, I'm gonna put in a save. And see if reloading will fix him. If not, I will sadly toolbox it because the encounter solution is obvious at this point. So I won't feel bad if a bug that I have no control over that's stopping me from finishing a fight. Oh, there we go. Alright, we don't have to do anything. Alright.
torn asunder. Back in his service.
There we go. Over here we go, and then we go smack. Then I go charge. Over here. And I shoot you on the face. And then we execute them all.
Quick little bastard. Even quicker than me. Fine. This day was bound to come eventually. So, you got what you wanted. Now what?
Now we break your nose.
You vicious scum!
Did you again loot the excavation site?
Us? Looting? Never by the throne.
Yeah, we know all this already.
No matter who came to investigate, they'd probably check out the site before just... No. The only people You don't believe me?
Yeah, we know all this stuff already.
Huts on the cliffs. Comes out every few days, meets my people near the hawker's place. Takes supplies and go guess them. If you hurry, you might catch him there today.
I'm afraid we're not done yet.
I'm all ears.
Alright, so... we'll just go through all these options, but we're not going to listen to it.
I can't leave it just sitting there. I sold Gurgesum to House Altair. As thanks, our eminent overlord stopped the governor from finally decommissioning this whole Hab zone. But if you tell anyone about this, the blood of its people will be on your hands, Upper Hiver. No one knows. You hear their drill wherever you go in Marisportum, but one day there was just nothing. I sent people out to find out what happened. They just disappeared. Dumped all their valuable gear, tools, weapons. Just when we started looking around, the freaks from the swamps arrived. It was like they'd been sent there on purpose. We didn't have a chance to even say a word to them before they were on us. I've got to say, my lot gave those bastards a good hiding.
Tell me about those so-called bug beasts.
They're Xenos. The kind you can put up with if they stay out of the way. The freaks didn't have much choice. My people nearly wiped them out.
Yeah, we know all that stuff. Now we're gonna kill him.
Violated the truce when they attacked my people at the excavation site. Do you believe in coincidences, Upper Hiver? I don't. A lot of good fighters have gone missing lately. I'm sure those creatures are hunting them down on purpose. No matter. I'll make them pay for it.
Now that I have revealed now that you have revealed everything, I can finally purge the Imperium of scum like you. In the name of the Inquisition, I hereby sentence you to death.
What, you don't choke on your own bile, you spire whore?
Oh no, he's dead. What was us? Didn't even have any decent loot. What a pathetic leader he was. Alright, take all the shiny stuff that's on the ground.
By his providence.
Now that is ours. Alright.
Wait, Master Upperhiver. Wait. Since you are the Baron, you know. So, orders? Will you be giving any? So we don't end up, you know, like the Baron. What do you want us to do with the Gergesum?
Dispose of all the Gergesum you have, stop supplying it.
What? All of it? What'll we live on? I mean, as you command. You're the boss? I'll see to it personally. You have many other things to do. Important Upperhiver business. We'll handle it all. Rest assured. We'll do just as you said. Rest assured. No need to check on it. But if you want... I swear, I'm not telling you what to do.
Following in his wake.
Alright, head to the Brown Marshes and save there and end the episode. So thank you for watching, everyone. And in the next episode, we will have yet another fight. And then, yeah. So look forward to it and enjoy.